Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the National Timely Action Hour podcast. This is the show where we talk about everything from Star Wars to comic books and everything in between. My name is Aidan, and I hope that you're doing well today. Today we are on Season 3, Episode 6, Ranking the Best Sith. And this is just my opinion. Feel free to disagree with me. But we have 10 Sith Lords here who I consider to be the best of the best. And I want to go through this ranking with you to see who is the best. And we'll start off with number 10, who is one that I think is a great Sith Lord, but not as good as some of the others on this list. And we'll go all the way down to number 1, who I think is the absolute GOAT. Now, at number 10, we have Darth Malgus. Now, Darth Malgus is best known for his role in the Old Republic video game. And the reason why I think that he deserves to be on this list is because of just his pure raw skill in both lightsaber combat and in his knowledge of the Force. And he's also an evil bastard. And so, because of that, he deserves to be ranked number 10. Then at number 9, we have Darth Nihilus. Now, Darth Nihilus is best known in the Knights of the Old Republic 2 video game. Now, Darth Nihilus, once again, is totally evil and a very powerful Force user. He's not very lightsaber focused as some of the others are, but Darth Nihilus can use the dark side of the Force to eat or consume life from and destroy entire planets. So he's basically Star Wars' version of Galactus. And then we have at number 8 Darth Revan, who is in the Knights of the Old Republic video games. And Darth Revan goes on an interesting arc because he starts out as a Jedi, and then he falls to the dark side, and then becomes the Dark Lord of the Sith, and then he goes on to be redeemed, and then he goes on and lives his life. So that's an interesting arc, but because of his redemption, he is lower on the list. Then at number 7, we have Darth Talon. Now, Darth Talon is from the Star Wars Legacies comic book series, which is set in the future. It's about 100 years after Return of the Jedi. And she goes on this very interesting journey, and she even corrupts the grandchild of Luke Skywalker. Luke's grandson falls to the dark side because of her, and that's pretty interesting. And then we have at number 6 Darth Tyrannus, better known as Count Dooku. And if you've seen Attack of the Clones and the Clone Wars series and films, you are very familiar with Darth Tyrannus, and you know he's an evil bastard who is quite refined and elegant in his lightsaber combat and his demeanor, but that does not mean that he is not vicious when it comes to killing Jedi and anyone who gets in his way. Then at number 5, we have Darth Bane. Darth Bane started the Rule of Two after the Sith Empire was destroyed and the Jedi were seemingly victorious over them. Darth Bane goes into hiding with his apprentice Darth Zana, and they plan out the Sith's rise to power. And we all know how that turns out. Then at number 4, we have Darth Maul. Now, Darth Maul is, just... People think that he's just a blunt instrument, but he is very powerful in the Force, and he is one of the best lightsaber duelists in history, and he goes on a very interesting arc about how he lost to Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi. At the time he was just a Padawan, but then he gets knighted and is then granted the rank of Master later on. But after his defeat of by Obi-Wan, he goes on this very dark journey, and he remains in the dark side, and he's just an evil bastard. Then at number 3, we have Darth Vader. No explanation needed. Then at number 2, we have Darth Zana, the apprentice of Darth Bane. And the reason why I rank her above her master is because he was a vicious guy who had this master plan, and she just killed him to gain power so she could, after he had taught her everything he knew, she killed him, and then she started to put the plan into fruition. And finally, we have Darth Sidious at number 1, because he's the ultimate evil in the Star Wars universe, and no other explanation needed. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is my top 10 list of the best Sith in my personal opinion. Please feel free to disagree with me, or let me know if you have some of the same characters on your list, and please let me know. And thank you so much for listening to this episode of the National Timely Action Hour podcast. We previously did an episode where we talked about the best Jedi. Please check that out if you haven't already listened to it. And please let me know what other episodes you would like to hear. Once again, my name is Aiden. Thank you so much for listening, and I sincerely hope that you have a wonderful day. And at the time of recording, happy Thanksgiving to all of my American listeners, and we will see you in the next episode. Have a great day. Goodbye.